have no hate, bro. My problem is I've let it go too long. He's making a mockery of boxing. He's stealing so much money out of these kids that really put in. And what I'll give him credit to, he is supporting a lot of fighters. I have respect for him. I've known him for years.
Told me this 2 weeks ago and asked me if I want to do this. I'm going up to heavyweight, guys. I'm looking for the biggest challenges ever. Look, listen, this is a joke. Respect to Mike Tyson, okay? One of the greatest heavyweights ever. That's a fact. He was ferocious. He was a knockout artist. You know all the details, okay? I don't know why Mike Tyson is doing this. I don't think he needs the money.
The much-anticipated bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has captured the imagination of the boxing community as pros have just revealed their picks for this bout. In the latest installment of the MMA Hour, Ariel Helwani unveiled insider insights gathered from his discussions. Specifying that the matchup was set for the heavyweight division, he dispelled any speculations surrounding the boxer's attire, clarifying that headgear would not be in play. He said, "They're still working on a few important details based on the conversation that I've had. Is it pro or is it an exhibition? They want pro. Obviously, that's up to the Texas Commission. We'll wait and see." Additionally, he noted that the weight category had been determined as heavyweight and they were still finalizing the number of rounds. He emphasized that there would be absolutely no headgear involved and that the match would resemble a typical boxing match. He added, "Wait, I'm told heavyweight. Rounds. Working on that as well. I was told there's absolutely no headgear involved. This is going to look like your typical boxing match. It promises to be captivating to witness the eventual resolution on the particulars of the match, such as the number of rounds and the classification of Paul versus Tyson as either a professional showdown or an exhibition bout."
There's multiple things that come to mind. Number one, it's Mike freaking Tyson against Jake Paul. There's like a 30-year gap between them, so that's interesting. Number two, it's at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. That's like 80,000, that's where the Dallas Cowboys play, for those that don't know. Like, that's a gigantic stadium, one of the biggest stadiums in the world. So that's a huge deal. That's not just some arena. And number three, it's on Netflix, and this is Netflix's first foray into, live combat sports. Of course, a few weeks ago, they broke massive news when they signed the deal with WWE, and we all thought that was going to start in January of 2025. Now here we get this on July 20th.
On the other hand, Conor McGregor has frequently found himself in Jake Paul's crosshairs for a potential showdown, and the Irish fighter has now chimed in on the upcoming bout between the YouTube sensation-turned-boxer and Mike Tyson. At the star-studded event marking the debut screening of Roadhouse, McGregor took center stage to discuss the upcoming bout, expressing his views on the matter.
Your thoughts on this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight?
Oh, geez, I don't. It's a bit strange. The interest is low and I don't know. I don't understand it. I wish well for Mike.
Reflecting on the anticipation surrounding the event, McGregor remarked on the apparent lack of widespread interest in the fight. He said, "It's a bit strange, the interest is low on it. I don't know. I don't understand it. I wish well for Mike Tyson." Conor McGregor, who has previously been associated with a potential match against Paul, confessed to having minimal interest in watching the fight via streaming. His endorsement of Tyson hints at reservations he may harbor regarding the well-being of the seasoned veteran. The imminent clash has sparked diverse responses from both enthusiasts and pundits. Among them is Gilbert Arenas, the former Washington Wizards sensation, asserting that the YouTuber has slim chances against Tyson. During his podcast Gil's Arena, Arenas boldly asserted that Tyson stands as the epitome of power among all fighters witnessed throughout history. Arenas said, "Let's just think about it. Tyson is a professional fighter with probably the most power we've seen in boxing itself. Just an accidental right hook or something, you're dead. You're not built for these types of hits, so if you even last, we already know it's scripted." He reflected that Tyson, being a professional fighter, possesses what is probably the most power observed in boxing. He pointed out that even an accidental right hook could be lethal, suggesting that most are not equipped to handle such impacts. Therefore, if someone were to withstand, it would suggest the fight was not genuine. Arenas added, "Half your knockouts, your eyes are closed. You are just throwing a haymaker. That's working on Mike Tyson. You remember when Tyson and Evander Holyfield were about to fight? There was a viral video of what Tyson looked like Holyfield's like, 'Yeah, I'm out.'" Like many others, Arenas has placed his bets on Tyson, even though the former heavyweight champion retired back in 2005 at the age of 57. According to Gilbert Arenas, the crucial element may lie precisely in this aspect, notwithstanding Jake Paul's claim of having a height advantage over Mike Tyson.
The true story of, you remember when Tyson and Holyfield was about to fight? Y'all don't remember what happened, right? There was a viral video of what Tyson looked like. Holyfield was like, yeah. I'm out. He went out, and that's where Roy Jones came in from. Then someone's like, yo, Roy, are you not watching what he's doing? Roy backed out, and then they came to terms.
Arenas isn't the sole authority questioning whether Paul has underestimated his opponent. Tyson stands at 5'10", while Paul towers at 6'1", but he's facing a boxer with an impressive record of 50 wins and 6 losses, 44 of which were knockout victories. UFC chief Dana White has subtly expressed his apprehensions regarding the impending boxing showdown featuring Tyson and Paul.
About this one? He gets mad when I do this, but Mike's 60, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Who gives a shit what I think? It's not my fight. I love Mike Tyson, personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't know. Let's see what he can go in there and put together a training camp and come in and I don't like to see guys fighting it. Be a 31-year age difference during that fight. Just you guys know what I think of that stuff.
White emphasized the significant age gap between the combatants, expressing apprehension regarding its potential impact on the upcoming bout. The MMA promoter exhibited a sense of wariness, mindful not to unsettle his ally. White added, I love Mike Tyson, personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time, and let's see what he can do there, and put them together in training camp and come in. I don't like to see guys fighting a 31-year age difference. You guys know what I think of that stuff. Netflix will step into the realm of live sports broadcasting this summer by airing a boxing card, marking a pivotal shift for the streaming giant. White perceives their entry into this arena as overdue, yet he recognizes it as a momentous occasion. Dana White said, I think Netflix should have gotten to live sports years ago. They're late to the game, but they are a force, and when you look at the amount of homes they are in worldwide, you heard me talk about the show Reacher. He illustrated the difference between on-demand content, like the show Reacher, which viewers can watch at their convenience, and live sports events, which demand to be watched as they happen. White argued that as streaming companies continue to grow, their involvement in live sports becomes essential. He added, I can watch Reacher when I get home. I can watch it next week. Live sports like this event, you have to watch tonight. As all of these streaming companies get bigger and bigger, they have to be involved in live sport. As White harbors reservations about the upcoming summer bout, Tyson views the showdown as a culmination of his journey. At 57 years old, he's eagerly anticipating his comeback. For sure, I'll be talking to everybody, he added when asked if he would speak to the platform about hosting UFC content in the future. Moreover, Mike Tyson expressed his anticipation for facing Jake Paul in the ring, acknowledging Paul's growth as a boxer over the years.
That could be very interesting.
It could be interesting.
I never took it really serious, but yeah, that could be really interesting.
You think that he is skilled enough to make it something that you might actually want to do?
He's skilled enough, yes. I'm gonna give it to him. He's skilled enough because he's winning. Even if he's fighting guys that your guys don't believe are good enough fighters, they should be able to beat him.
Right.
Right, but they can't.
Right.
So he's beating people who he shouldn't really be beaten. We gotta give him that credit. He's beating people that he really should not be beating.
He described the upcoming match as a fascinating contrast between the will and ambition of a younger fighter and the experience and skill of a veteran, referring to himself as a GOAT. Tyson said, I'm very much looking forward to stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. He's grown significantly as a boxer over the years, so it will be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience and aptitude of a GOAT. Tyson highlighted the narrative coming full circle, noting the beginnings of Paul's boxing journey on the undercard of White's own fight with Roy Jones. Tyson conveyed his intention to bring this chapter to a close by defeating Paul. He said, it's a full circle moment that will be beyond thrilling to watch, as I started him on his boxing journey on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones, and now I plan to finish him. Meanwhile, Eddie Hearn is voicing opposition to the bout. Hearn, at the helm of Matchroom Boxing, contends that this sideshow spectacle poses a threat to Tyson's legacy, particularly considering the significant age difference between the contenders. Hearn added, for me it's really sad because Mike Tyson was one of my idols growing up, and to see him fighting at 57, 58, but I also understand that a lot of people are going to tune in and watch. Hearn admitted that while he understands the event will likely attract a large audience due to its entertainment value and Netflix's involvement, he personally finds it disheartening.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. He's one of my heroes. I find it very sad, but it's a big event. I understand people are going to watch it, and it's entertainment, I guess, but for someone that idolised the guy growing up, yeah, not the best day.
Reflecting on his own admiration for Tyson, he expressed sadness at the prospect of the boxing legend competing at an advanced age. Hearn said, "It's an entertainment event, Netflix. Great to see them involved in boxing. I think it will do really well, but it's just not really one for me." Additionally, Hearn questioned the rationale behind Tyson's decision to face a younger opponent like Jake Paul, suggesting that engaging in such a fight could diminish the legacy of a former champion. He lamented the circumstances that lead to such matchups in today's society. Hearn said, "Why do you want to go in at 5% of what you were and lose to a guy like Jake Paul? He shouldn't have to do that, but the world is the world we live in." Following the fight announcement, 27-year-old Jake Paul expressed his determination, stating his intention to put Iron Mike to sleep. He reflected on the journey from his second professional fight, where he gained viral fame by knocking out Nate Robinson on the undercard of a Mike Tyson event, to the present, where he's preparing to face Tyson himself. Paul said, "It's time to put Iron Mike to sleep. It's crazy to think that in my second pro fight, I went viral for knocking out Nate Robinson on Mike Tyson's undercard. Now, less than 4 years later, I'm stepping up to face Tyson myself to see if I have what it takes to beat one of boxing's most notorious fighters and biggest icons." Paul expressed his ambition to prove his capabilities against one of boxing's most renowned fighters and biggest icons. He declared his aim to become a world champion and viewed the upcoming fight against Tyson, whom he described as the greatest heavyweight champion ever, the baddest man on the planet, and the most dangerous boxer of all time, as the opportunity of a lifetime. He added, "My sights are set on becoming a world champion, and now I have a chance to prove myself against the greatest heavyweight champion ever, the baddest man on the planet, and the most dangerous boxer of all time. This will be the fight of a lifetime." While some are skeptical about the wisdom of facing a 57-year-old opponent, others, like Derek Chisora, expressed discontent with the fight's regulations. The upcoming spectacle, slated to air on Netflix, is poised to generate substantial revenue for Paul, Tyson, and the entertainment platform.
Tyson and Jake Paul fighting in Dallas, Texas, July 20th. What do you think about this announcement?
I know for a fact they are using 18-ounce gloves and head guards, if I'm not mistaken.
No way. They couldn't.
Yeah, I think so.
Where are you now? I don't even believe there's no way they're selling those tickets.
So we're watching a sparring match.
Most Valuable Promotions has revealed the bout's date for July 2024, yet details regarding its format, be it a professional match or an exhibition, are shrouded in mystery. Nevertheless, Chisora asserts his familiarity with the regulations and has lambasted their inadequacy in properly representing the sport, casting doubt on the legitimacy of the competition. He said, "I know for a fact they are using 8-ounce gloves and head guards, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. So we're watching a sparring match. It's a joke. You think I'm paying to watch that?" He remarked that he is aware that 8-ounce gloves and head guards will be used, which leads him to believe that the event is more akin to a sparring match rather than a serious fight. He dismissed the event as a joke and expressed his refusal to pay for watching what he perceives to be a less legitimate form of competition. Meanwhile, UFC icon Tyron Woodley has made a striking statement regarding Mike Tyson before his bout with Jake Paul. Woodley predicts a victory for Tyson over Paul, asserting that the substantial 30-year age gap holds no significance in the outcome.
Jake's got a screw loose, man. He's fighting the one fighter that most people fear. I feel like 58, 27, the age is not a factor. That's a wash, right? Just watching the dude hit fucking ass in the bag. Like, I always have this inside joke. How much would you have to get paid to fight Mike Tyson? I'm like, shit, I'll never be able to spend it.
Yeah, but don't you think that if Jake Paul knocks out 58-year-old Mike Tyson, people are going to say, congratulations, you knocked out somebody who's 58, who hasn't fought professionally in a very long time?
I disagree. I think that if Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson, I don't give a fuck if he's 70. You're going to have to put at least an ounce of respect on his name. Mike Tyson right now, off muscle memory alone, he can have a flashback, right? He can step on the wrong eggshell and let off a combination that can kill most people. No bullshit.
He firmly believes that the 57-year-old possesses the capability to outmatch the reigning heavyweight champions, including Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, who currently hold the world titles. Woodley said, "I mean, I've been in the ring twice with Jake, and I don't want to get in the ring once with fucking Mike. Age is not a factor. That's a wash. Experience level is obviously going to go to Mike Tyson." Woodley shared his personal reluctance to face Tyson in the ring, highlighting the disparity in experience levels that favors Tyson significantly over Paul. He further argued that if Paul were to defeat Tyson, it would demand a degree of respect for Paul, regardless of Tyson's age. He stated, "If Jake Paul beats Mike, I don't give a fuck if he's 70, you're gonna have to put at last an ounce of respect on his name. Mike Tyson right now off muscle memory alone could step on the wrong eggshell and let off a combination that could kill most people. Woodley emphasized Tyson's enduring power and potential to inflict serious harm based on muscle memory alone, suggesting that Tyson has forgotten more techniques than Paul has ever learned. He added, he has the power and ability to shift organs in your body if he hits you with the right force. So I think he forgot more technique than Jake Paul has ever learned in his life. If he gets knocked out by Mike Tyson at 58, 59, 60, 71, he would join the other 99% of the regular motherfuckers on Earth. That's what I say. Woodley concluded by stating that if Paul were to be knocked out by Tyson, even at his advanced age, it would merely place Paul among the vast majority of ordinary individuals who would suffer the same fate. Tyson's motivations undeniably revolve around financial gain, but his unyielding competitive drive fuels his belief in triumphing over a significantly younger opponent. Reflecting on Paul's transition from influencer and YouTuber to a more serious boxer in April 2022, Tyson's remarks were far from flattering. Tyson said, Jake's punches you can see coming a mile away. You can see that coming a mile away. I'm 55, I can see that coming a mile away. I would beat these fuckers. I'd go straight at them. There would be no boxing. The only thing I gotta do is be in shape. 30 days of boxing training every day and I can fight anyone. If I'm boxing every day, I wouldn't even have to worry about my diet. In all fairness, while confidently asserting his ability to defeat both Jake Paul and his brother, Tyson also acknowledged their contribution to the resurgence of boxing 2 years ago. He said, I love the fact he jumped into the game. People don't understand that boxing needs that. At this stage in boxing, the greatest fighters are not fighting each other. Boxing needs a guy like this. It's fair to say Tyson's tone has changed somewhat since Netflix dangled the carrot of a huge paycheck in front of him. I'm very much looking forward to stepping into the ring with Jake Paul, he said after the announcement. With unwavering confidence, Mike Tyson anticipates dominating Jake Paul in their forthcoming match on the Netflix fight platform, provided he undergoes adequate training.
Biggest fight.
Yeah, the biggest ever.
Ever. It's on pace to be the biggest fight ever.
Yes, and we're involved.
We're involved, right?
We're involved. All those big shots, all the biggest athletes in the world. This is the biggest ever.
November 28th. Let's lit. Hey, we lit here. We lit at the Tyson Ranch.
For his part, Paul is confident he can overcome the legendary figure. He said, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time and the most vicious knockout artist ever. But I'm younger, I'm faster, and I'm going to be working my ass off to get stronger. To Jake Paul's supporters, the looming clash with Mike Tyson represents nothing short of captivating entertainment. However, for Paul himself, it signifies an opportunity to honor a bold declaration he issued some time ago, his promise to decisively vanquish Mike Tyson. The origins and timing of this audacious vow are explored by Paul as he shares his reflections in a freshly posted social media video. Paul recounted the moment he encountered the heavyweight for the first time, reminiscing how the individual mistook him for his elder sibling, Logan Paul. He said, imagine meeting your hero for the first time, and they call you your brother's name. We don't even f***ing look alike. Ever since that day, Mike, I've wanted to knock you the fuck out. The announcement of the Tyson versus Paul bout sparked widespread controversy. Many voiced apprehension about 57-year-old Iron Mike stepping into the ring against a significantly younger opponent. Despite his occasional post-retirement bouts, primarily exhibitions, his recent match against Roy Jones Jr., who is only 2 years his junior, underscores the concerns raised. During a past episode of the Full Send podcast, the seasoned heavy hitter shared his confidence in swiftly dispatching his younger adversary with a single blow. He noted, so f***ing easy, but I would never. It's my own family. He's got balls. I'm talking about real balls like fuck you, motherfucker. His punches you can see coming a mile away. You can see that coming a mile away. I can see that coming a mile away. As Jake Paul steps into the squared circle opposite Mike Tyson, his prospects seem bleak. Yet, against all odds, there exists a potential outcome where the problem child emerges victorious. How? Ryan Garcia unveils the strategy. Amidst the boxing community's divided opinions on Paul's prospects against Tyson, King Rai asserts there is but a singular path forward for Paul.
Oh yeah, we can always run that. You know, I would love to fight Loma. I mean, look, if I fought Tank, I'll fight Loma. I mean, that's not a problem for me. I would love that. I really want to know. I already know who you have for this fight, but who do you think is gonna win, Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
Oh, Jake Paul.
Oh my God.
Hey, who
I
you
bet
got?
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is huge, bro. There's no way Jake Paul is taking this, bro.
Yeah,
I
Jake
can't-
Paul's not gonna knock him out, but I got Jake Paul winning by, split decision, type shit.
Wayne, I want to see your live reaction when Jake Paul gets knocked out. I just want to, I need to see it, bro. Can you
What's your
record
hate
yourself?
towards him?
When questioned about Paul's odds against Tyson, the 25-year-old confidently endorsed Tyson's formidable strength. However, he He made it clear that Paul's victory hinges solely on foul play. Garcia said, "The only way Jake Paul wins this fight is if they have it already coordinated for him to win. That's it. That's the only way." And has that happened in the sport before? Yeah. When asked about the endurance of the 57-year-old Tyson and its potential effect on his performance, Garcia made it clear that Kid Dynamite didn't require a long bout. The ex-world champion could settle matters in just 4 rounds. Garcia said, "I mean, he went a couple of rounds with Roy Jones Jr., so I think he only needs 4 to beat Jake Paul." The Victorville local further emphasized Tyson's explosive knockout potential, underscoring the likelihood of an early conclusion to the fight. Additionally, he showered accolades upon the ex-heavyweight champion, elucidating the reasons behind the fear he instilled in others. Garcia added, "But you know, I don't even think he needs 4. I think if Mike hits him one good one, it's over. But that's just me. I have met Mike. Mike is a different breed, bro. When he steps in the room, you're like, all right, now I know why people were scared." The outcome hangs in the balance. Will Paul emerge unscathed from the ring against Tyson's formidable might, or will the seasoned veteran be upended by the resolute 27-year-old? Overall, the impending bout between Paul and Tyson has stirred a mixture of anticipation, skepticism, and concern within the boxing community and beyond. While some back Tyson's seasoned prowess and question the legitimacy of the match, others voice apprehensions regarding the fight's impact on the sport's integrity and Tyson's legacy. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.